There's the Dasan from Mumbai. He says that recently I came across articles on psychedelic drugs. I was surprised to discover that a large part of the spiritual community consumes such substances and claim that it has helped them immensely to remain in a peaceful state. Even more surprised was I to find out that many very known spiritual teachers absolutely encourage using psychedelic drugs, namely LSD and DMT. These are the most that are used by the seekers. He has also stated that Osho says in one of his statements, so the drug opens up a door and helps you to understand that man's life and his experience need not be confined to the ordinary mundane world. He can fly high towards the stars, that he is capable of knowing things which are not ordinarily available. Psychedelics can open doors, not lead you through them. Acharyaji, please shed some light on the subject. Thank you.
When you want to be intoxicated, there is a lot to be intoxicated upon. First of all, understand this, that yes, the mind is eager to go beyond the daily, mundane, everyday experiences. And that's why the seeker goes to a teacher. But if the teacher fails in bringing the seeker to the beyond, then this is the option that the teacher has. So recommending the use of psychedelic drugs, in fact, just tells of the inability of the teacher to take the seeker beyond his usual consciousness through other means. It's almost like this, you want samadhi, and instead of that you are given nidra. There is at least something in common between samadhi and nidra. Both of them are removed from your usual state of consciousness. So, having given you nidra, now the teacher can claim that he gave you something. Something that was not usually experienceable to you. But is this what the seeker wanted? Instead of taking him to a higher state of consciousness, you are actually lowering his state of consciousness. You are turning him unconscious. What will be the result? He will definitely experience a change. But is it a change for the good? Is it a change that takes you higher? No, it's a bad change. And if this is the route many spiritual seekers are taking, then this route is nothing but a verdict upon the disciple and the teacher both. Having failed in the mission, now they are using obnoxious, useless, self-deceptive means. No. Osho's statement too here is laden with danger. What he is saying is right, but it can be very, very mischievously interpreted. Yes, when you are under the influence of drugs, then you certainly come to know of one thing, that the universe is not confined to as you see it in your usual consciousness. That is all right, that is true. See, what do most people feel? They feel a particular type of universe just because they live in a particular type of consciousness, and because they feel the universe in a particular way all the time, so they start taking the universe as truth. After all, what is truth? That which does not change, right? So this wall remains white and standing, and it has remained white and standing since the last 20 years. And I have been looking at it, and it has remained white and standing since the last 20 years. So to me it becomes some kind of a truth because it has not changed, and that which does not change is truth. Now extend this example to include the entire universe. The moon and the sun have not changed in the last 20 years. So to me they become, right? The names of my relationships have hardly changed in the last 20 years. So to me they become. And there are so many things that do not change in my little lifetime. And so it becomes intuitive for me to consider themselves as the truth, whereas actually they are not the truth. Now you take in some drug, and the wall that was till now white and standing now becomes a rainbow and dancing. The standing white wall has become a dancing rainbow. And you are actually experiencing it. You are experiencing that the wall is a rainbow that is dancing, because you are under the influence of LSD. So of at least one thing you come to know, that experiences are deceptive. And the wall has no objective reality. The wall is as you see it. So you come to know of that. That the wall is not the truth. The whiteness of the wall was in my eyes, was in my mind rather. And my mind changed under the influence of drugs, and see, the wall is now a rainbow. And the wall appeared stationary and standing, just because my mind was perceiving it that way. Now that the mind has changed, because the brain is under the influence of stuff, so the wall has started dancing. So this much you can infer, that the usual universe that you perceive is not the truth. But a great danger arises. Now you start thinking that the rainbow is the truth. And if the rainbow is the truth, then you want to be with the truth all the time. So you want to be with the drugs all the time. Because you have an unflinching desire for truth, you see. The white wall was the truth till now. And if that truth is gone, then you quickly want some other truth. The position of truth cannot remain vacant. So the white wall gone, now the rainbow is the truth. It is not at all a very useful method. You are negating one thing acceptable, right? You have negated the whiteness of the wall, but you have substituted it with something even more problematic. The world is a habit, but drugs are a worse habit. At least when you are free of drugs, then you can look at the facts. Under the influence of drugs, you cannot even know the facts. And I have repeatedly said, facts are the door to truth. If you do not know even the facts, then you are one step further away from the truth. Okay? The one who is finding refuge in drugs is fed up of the usual stuff of consciousness, that is certain. But he is taking a very wasteful route. Hmm? It's like feeling cold in Delhi in the month of December and therefore wanting to escape away. And so you go to Shimla. That kind of wisdom. Darling, we must go somewhere. It's freezing cold in Delhi. So, darling books the flight to Srinagar. That's the kind of wisdom contained in using drugs for spiritual attainment.